Everyone's joining, and today I'm going to be talking about the books that I've read recently. So I've read a decent amount of books recently. I was out of the rain slump just a little bit in October, but then I got back into the rain slump in November. So yeah, it has been ups and downs of my reading this year, but I still read a decent amount of books. But yeah, let's talk about the books that I've read recently. So the first book that I've read recently is Sprinkle of Spirits by Anna Marino. I'm sorry if I mispronounced the author's name, but this is the second book in the Love Sugar Magic series. And if you haven't read the first book is about a girl whose family is a group of bujas who uses magic through baking, and she just wants to try to fit in with her family. And I still really enjoy this book. I really enjoy the characters, and I know that there's only one more book in the series, which is sad, but I still really enjoyed this series. I really like the characters, and I really like the world, and yeah, and I give this 4 stars. And the next book that I've read recently is Ready Player 2 by Ernest Cline. This is obviously the sequel to Ready Player 1. If you haven't read the first book is takes place in a dystopian world where people go into a virtual reality called the Oasis, and then the original creator passed away, and there was a contest to find all the Easter eggs, and when you find all the Easter eggs, you win the Oasis and his fortune, obviously. So this is a follow-up to Ready Player 1, and I did enjoy this one, but I found there were a couple of issues that I dealt with while reading this book. Like, I'm trying to remember on the top of my head, because I know I did this for a reading vlog that I did a while ago, where I was reading the highest and lowest rated books on my September TBR. I think that's what it was. So yeah, I still enjoy this book, but not as much as the first one, unfortunately. And I know that the movie adaptation of it is in production right now, as far as I know, and I'm still gonna go see it because I read the first book and I saw the movie, and I enjoyed both of them, and I know some people didn't like the movie that much, so, but yeah, I still enjoy this book overall. Oh, sorry, I got a little distracted there, but yeah, this was a 4-star read for me. And the next book that I've read recently is Cinderella's Dead by Caitlin Barron. This is a retelling of Cinderella, obviously, but in this world, all the women are, or at least all the girls, get invited to the ball to become suitors to the royal family, and if they're not chosen, then they consider they're not married material, and our main character doesn't want to be part of that, and the whole story goes from there. And I started listening to this on audio book, but then I got so intrigued with the world that I was like, yeah, I'm gonna finish the rest of it physically. And I really love this book. I really love the main character. I really love the world, and I want to read more books by her, because I think she does more fairy tale retellings as far as I know. But yeah, I love this book, and I give this 5 stars. And the next book that I read recently, which I don't own, it was a library book, which is Spy Family Volume 4 by Tetsuya Anto. I'm sorry if I butchered the author's name, but you haven't read the first book. The first book is about a spy whose mission was to create a fake family, and that's pretty much the synopsis of it. His adopted daughter can read minds. His wife is an assassin, and now they have a dog that can see the future. So I just love this series so much. I love the characters. It's so funny. I honestly want to keep reading it because I love the characters so much, and I love the story, and I know that I want to watch the anime. I don't know when, but I know that I want to read it one day. So yeah, I am obviously love the series, and I'm giving this 5 stars. And the next book that I've read recently, which is Plum Crazy, Tales of a Tiger Striped Cat by Natsumi Hoshino. I'm sorry if I butchered the author's name, but this is about a cat just living a simple life, and then there's another cat that the family adopts, but yeah, it's basically just Cat's Life, Plum, and I just love this manga so much. I just don't know why when it comes to anime or manga, they always make all the animals cute. And I mean, look at Plum. He's really cute. And I know that I've read this because of Kelly from Kelly's Book Corner, and she had this on her TBR, and I think she enjoyed it, but didn't continue on with the series as far as I know. And I know that the rest of the book of the series is either hard to find or something like that, but I just love this book so much. I just think both cats are cute in this series, and I obviously give this 5 stars. And the next book that I read recently is The Darkness Within Us by Tricia Levenseller. This is a companion novel to The Shadows Between Us. If you haven't read the first book follows a girl who's trying to take revenge on the Shadow King by wooing him and killing him and taking over the kingdom, and then she finds out that someone else was also going after the Shadow King. And in this one, you do follow Alessandra's sister in this one, which I honestly forgot about it until I started reading this book. And I did enjoy this, but not as much as the first book. That's a bit unfortunate for me, but I still enjoy it overall. I still like the world. I still like the characters, but I just didn't enjoy the romance in this one like I thought I would. But yeah, I still enjoy this, but not as much as the first book. But it was a 4-star read for me. And the next book that I've read recently, which I also don't own because it was a library book, which is Dreaming Sun Volume 4 by Ichigo Takano. And I love this series so much. And if you haven't read the first book's about a girl who's run away from home because she didn't like her life with at home, so she runs away, and then she randomly meets this guy at the park, and he lets her live with him on 3 conditions. 1, she has to tell him why she's run away from home. 2, to find his lost keys, and 3 is to dream of falling in love. And I just love this series so much. I just love the characters, and I'm really liking the story. And I think there's only like 10 volumes of this series as far as I know, but I just know that I'm enjoying this series, and the characters make me laugh, and oh my gosh, I just love this series so much. And obviously this was a 5-star read for me. And the next book that I've read recently, which is Nocturne by Alyssa Weiss, and this was unfortunate a DNF for me. This is supposed to be like a fantasy historical fiction that takes place in Chicago, and that's all I know about it. And I got this for Easter, which was a sad part. I did this for a video where I was reading my lowest rated books on my TBR, and I was very sad about this one because I was getting into the story, but then after past a 100-page mark or close to 100-page mark, I was like, nope, I'm not invested. So I'm just sad that I couldn't get into the story, especially when it takes place in Chicago. So it's sad, unfortunately, but I like the cover, but I'm not willing to try to force myself to read something I'm not getting into the story. So yeah, it was a DNF for me. And the next book that I've read recently, which is The Project by Courtney Summers. This is about a girl who's trying to save her sister from a cult, if I remember correctly. And yeah, I think that's basically the synopsis of it. And I did enjoy it, but not as much as Sadie, which is very disappointing because I did listen to it on audiobook, and it was really interesting to listen to it. But I know I really liked Sadie, but I did not like this as much as Sadie, which is unfortunately. But I do want to read more Courtney Summers books because I thought her books are really interesting enough for me to want to read more from her. So I'm still going to be trying her other books as well. So yeah, this was a 4-star read for me. And the last book that I've read recently, which is All I Want for Christmas by Maggie Knox. This is from the same author as The Holiday Trap, which I love. And this one is about 2 people who are in a singing competition, and they were forced to do a duet. And obviously, since they're on live TV, they had to fake date pretty much. And I really enjoy this one. I read this same reason as Nocturne, but I did read the whole thing of this because I wanted to read this book because I enjoyed The Holiday Trap so much. And yeah, I really enjoy this, but not as much as The Holiday Trap, which is unfortunately, but I still enjoyed it. I still see this as a Hallmark movie, which is the weird part, but yeah, I still really enjoy this book, and yeah, this was a 4-star read for me. So that's all for the books that I've read recently. If you enjoyed this video, give me a thumbs up and comment down below what books that you've read recently, because I would like to know. If you haven't already, click the subscribe button and click the bell icon to be notified when I post new videos. Also, you can follow me on social media like Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and Goodreads, which all links will be down below for you guys. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Bye!